Everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be having a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. In the last episode we saw a lot of expansion around the regions in India, and we saw a few wars in Europe. But I was recording this episode already, so this is the same map, so I'll just get into it right now. There was expansion over here, because Sicily got a new king. And the Sicilian king he's not a very good person. He's going to be invading a country. Get a guess on what that country is. And yeah, it's Egypt. Egypt has never done anything wrong to Sicily. They've never done anything wrong to a lot of countries, except if you're Turkey. But they've done some bad stuff to Turkey. But anyway, the Sicilian troops are going to cross the desert in masses. And they're going to get to the Egyptian border. And Egypt doesn't know about this. They're not really doing much stuff over here. And also a ton of Sicilian ships are going to be moved in. But Greece doesn't really like this. So they're going to kind of... Well, then they're going to, like, kind of do something about this. But they're not. They're like early sanctions. They're going to early sanction Sicily. Like, stop trading a bit with them. Because this bit is kind of being, mobbed. But we're going to see troops from Sicily move into Egypt. And a massive landing of troops in these two areas. And Egypt is being jumped. They did not know that this was going to happen. This is very sad. And we're going to see a large amount of Egyptian troops be encircled. Yep. And yes, it's not too good right now. We're actually going to see a massive area over here of lords. They're going to swear their allegiance to Sicily so they don't lose their land. And this is not good. As we can see, Egypt has already lost a bit of land and we're not too far into the war. But we're actually going to go ahead and see a rebellion in Egypt. A few Egyptians over in this region are not very happy with the government, even though it's a very good country to live in. They're not happy, and they're going to be showing that they're not happy by rebelling away, and they're going to fight a brutal civil war against the Egyptians. And we end up having them kind of win because they get all of this region, and they start pushing into Sinai. But then they lose a major battle, and it kind of kicks them quite back. Kicks them, yeah, a bit back. And now they're going to have to, like, regurgitate their forces or something. And also over here, we're going to see Egypt have a little pushback, because Egypt is a strong power. I'd say they're about maybe 12th in the world right now. Maybe a bit, like, maybe 14th or something. But we're going to see another landing, or another 3 landings. One here, and one here. These are all right outside the capital city, and the Egyptians are not letting this slide. This one is going to be very successful, taking a very important city. But these two, yeah, the ton of Egyptians are just held at the front line. And yeah, they're kicked out. We're also going to see the Egyptians have a slight victory over here, taking the city, but it was very costly. And Sicily is kind of regretting invading Egypt. Like, I know they're winning, but they're losing a lot of troops here. And they kind of see some aid from other countries. Like, the Egyptians, they have some spears from, like, I mean, it's kind of obvious who is going to give them weapons. The Octagon Alliance is definitely trying to aid the Egyptians, but to no avail, because the Egyptians, in the sad reality, are not going to win this war. And eventually, they're just going to be pushed around. Another massive chunk of land is going to swear allegiance. And Sicily is dying. No, Egypt is dying, not Sicily. Anyway, we're going to see them push along these desert regions. There isn't much to fight for anymore. The resistance is kind of slowing down, and people are stopping, the resistance. And it is now that we're going to see an attempt by the Sicilians to take the capital city. And you may think that this will definitely succeed, but it won't, as the Sicilians are going to get pushed back because they've rightfully lost this battle. And this landing is actually going to crumble because of that battle being lost. And this gives the Egyptians a bit of breathing space. So they're going to sit down with the Sicilian king and they're going to go, what do you want from us? Like, actually, what do you want? And they're going to just say, coastline. So Egypt is going to be forced to give in. Let's go ahead and have a look at the peace treaty. is the peace treaty. We can see that a new puppet state has been formed and a ton of land has been taken. But we can see that this is still a mess, and quite frankly, this war is still being fought, and a ton of Egyptian troops are about to come to the front lines. But, so yeah, these guys, they know. So they are going to make a all-out push as fast as they can, take as much land as they can, hopefully get a peace deal. And they're going to take all of the Giza Strip. And, yeah. Unfortunately, they're going to get repelled and end up losing this war pretty badly. They really thought that they could rebel from Egypt. They failed. The Egyptians are very weak from this war. Yeah, now Egypt looks extremely ugly, and we are going to go ahead and see something else happen, and this is where India comes into play. Saw this alliance down here form, and we're going to have the Indians go to war with it. India, they want to conquer another nation, so they're going to be conquering these guys. And these guys are definitely the strongest member of the alliance, and they're actually going to beat the Indians pretty bad over here. Then the Indians are going to go into this nation. And these guys, they're going to fumble everything and lose. So, yeah, this war is not going well for the Right Triangle Alliance. But we're going to see another country join the war. And this country is Bangladesh. Bangladesh already does not like India. They've never liked India. Why would they like India? They've been invaded by India. So we're going to go ahead and see that they are joining this anti-Indian alliance, or the shapes or something. And they're going to be invading into India. So as we can see, their forces are getting absolutely destroyed. Yeah, you thought it was going to go well for them. Now, India is much, much stronger than them, and they get kind of clobbered back over here until they get aided by a certain country. But we're going to see Pakistan do something quite odd. See, Pakistan is not stable. And we're going to see this when a few rebellions happen. And India, being the absolute powerhouse that they are, they're going to send a division in, jump Pakistan completely, take the capital city, and the country is going to be split between the Indians and the rebellion. But the Indians don't like this rebellion, so this rebellion will be overthrown. And as we can see, a powerful country has just completely fallen very fast. And we're actually going to see them have a separate peace treaty with these guys. It's going to be full annexation. And wow, India's looking very scary right now. But Persia, well, let's just say no one is happy about India. And people are kind of working together right now to put their ships right here, stop India from trading and destroy their economy. But then someone is going to directly threaten India, a league of countries. These countries are Persia, Thailand, Myanmar, Oman, Turkey, and Ukraine somehow, and also Kuwait. And India is met with a formidable force there. So all those countries, they're not going to join the war, but they're forcing India to stop. And India is forced to accept this ultimatum as they withdraw troops from the brown team. They're also going to withdraw troops from Bangladesh. But it's quite messy over here because Bangladesh people, they're kind of fighting back now. It's guerrilla warfare. And a few large groups of Indians are encircled and killed. And also down here, this country is kind of completely crippled, but they will be helped. So yeah, that's liberated now. And India is not pleased, and they're kind of just putting the middle finger up to the Persian Union right now, like, frick you, no one likes you, you have no friends, you have no allies, neither do we, but we don't like you. Now we're actually going to stay in Asia for some expansion. We're going to see a group of people travel to Taiwan, and then they're going to go north. They're going to go to Japan somehow. And not gonna lie, these people are very, very intelligent. They're making very advanced ships. They're also going to land up here in Korea. to go across into China. And eventually, after a bit and some aid from the foreign country, or these guys in Thailand, a lot of this region will actually be explored. And basically, Thailand thinks those explorers are working with them. And they wish they were. And they think they are. But they're not. And they're actually going to go ahead and form their own countries. This exploration group has splintered into many different groups. And thus opening many new opportunities in Asia. Which one of these do you think will become the most powerful? That's for you to guess in the comments. But now over here to Europe. This mess is still happening, and it's getting very heated. There is more rigging going on, and another country is going to be rigged. This one over here. This one up here. These guys up here, they're trying their best not to get rigged, but they've been rigged. And same with this one. And this is where we see the red team put their foot down. They're like, okay, you guys, I've been protector of you guys for ages. Yeah, you guys tried to invade me, which has happened last episode, this small pink country down here. Tried to invade the red team. And they've just not been very good to the red team. They fought a war against the red team. And the red team was kind of the only reason all these states were allowed to exist. So the red team is going to go over to the Holy Swedish Empire. And they're going to say, frick you, I'm not your protector anymore. I don't care what you do. You can do anything you want. And this immediately causes a ton of hell. There's going to be a large war among these countries. This beige country is going to send their division up into their enemy of the pink country. And the pink country is not going to win this war somehow. They're stronger, but the beige country is plot armor. Then we're also going to see the blue country join the war. They're going to be invading the pink country and taking a major city, but they're also going to be invading the red country. The red country is angry by this, and they're going to invade accidentally into the beige team, who the blue team, this blue team is now invading into. And yeah, this is not going great right now. Then we're going to see these dudes. And these dudes, they're going to declare war on Finland. Why? They don't like Finland. So they're going to send their army out and they're going to take some islands before they meet like 5 Finnish farmers and lose. And Finland is not having this. They're like, you literally just attacked us. Why do we not invade you? So Finnish troops are going to pour into this poor little orange country who now has no protectorate. And they're going to be fully taken over. And their capital city is going to be burnt down. And they're going to be fully annexed. And Finland now has a like sort of colony over here. Now back over to this war. The beige team is overpowered. They're going to be able to capitulate the purple team, and now they are moving their forces to fight the blue country. But they're not even going to have to fight the blue country because the lime country is fighting the blue country and winning. It is all very confusing, but the note and message of this is the beige team is gaining a lot of power. The blue team and the red team are a very even force. And yeah, this war has kind of gotten to a stalemate over in this region though. We do see the blue team fall. I'm actually going to have a peace treaty among all the sides. So here is the peace treaty. There's a lot of border changes. The beige team is quite large now. And we're going to see them enter a personal union with another country. And that country is the lime team. The beige team and the lime team, they came very close after this war. Whoa. And they are both going to be uniting for the greater good of their nations. And they're going to keep the beige team's capital. I do not know why that isn't a city. Why is it not? But I shall make it a city now. Yeah. Now the beige team has gone to the smallest and weakest to big and kind of strong. and they are going to be invading a country, and this country is these guys up here, this northern country. But when they kind of get there, they immediately regret their decision because we have a new union forming over here. This country is the director of this union, and yeah, these guys are immediately going to leave. They're going to leave. Like, no, never did that. So with the Holy Swedish Empire falling apart, this is a dramatic turn for the series. And up here, these countries here, they no longer have the aid from the red team, so they're going to be also forming a union to hopefully survive, because they're not surviving very well right now. First of all, this country, this country, this country, this country, and this country. Hello. Finally. Also, later on, the beige country is going to join. And now we have all of these countries in a union together. We can go ahead and erase capitals to see that. So now we have cola, and I actually need to add cities back. So I'll do that right now. I think there's some cities up here. One here. Actually, no, that city is gone. And there was one over here. So, with cola forming, the Holy Swedish Empire collapsing, and many other events, this is currently setting up a great war. Not a world war, but more of the likes of a very long war. And there were some long wars in the real time. For example, the 100 Years' War between England and France. But this is where I will be ending the episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.